thought you would clap. Easy. You are just looking. How many of you are doing that? Okay. From 15 million to over 1 billion in monthly revenue. So proud of him. His story is something I always say over and over and over again. So let's have you introduce yourself, by the way.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sorry for coming late. My name is Mohamed Dago. I'm a native doctor. We deal with traditional alternative medicine. Our headquarters is in Abuja.
Did you see branding there?
Yes.
Okay, it's not your regular herbal, his voice, it says herbal, but it's gotten your attention. Did he get your attention or not? Go ahead.
All right, sir. Like I said, our head office is in Abuja. I was one of the lucky people that got doctors' mentorship program in 2023. And since then, it has not been the same. We've grown, but I think 80% of the accolades to go to him, because anytime I come to him with results, I'm always challenged to do better. Sometimes my teams will praise me that you are doing very well, but when you meet with doctor, the result we are proud of ourselves, he will just throw it on the surface and say, "What is this? You can do better," right? And that has really changed how I see business. That's really changed how I see the journey and the belief I have in myself and what we can do. He has actually inspired that audacity in me. My second name now is after the native doctor.
But I think you guys should clap for him because it takes hunger, right? Hunger for success, genuine hunger that he wanted to do something with. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. 001.
Good day, house. I think you should celebrate Dr. Stephen Akintayo one more time, everyone. Amazing job, amazing height, amazing consistency. My name is Dr. Maya Wolabi, branded 001. Everybody say 001. Okay, so 001 is real because I started very early with Dr. Stephen, 2015, and I got exposed to. A lot of you are just learning sales from Dr. Stephen right now. Some of us have learned sales when sales was really, really sales. Send bulk SMS as much as 200 to 500 SMSs every day by 15 people every single day. And you have to talk to about 30, 50 people every day. So the system is amazing. And I can tell you it's been amazing. It has been an amazing journey for me. Currently, I founded 3 companies right now. My Wolabi company, our goal is to help 1 billion people to achieve financial freedom. So when it comes to making money, clap, I won't charge you. Okay? So when it comes to making money, I just help quite a lot of people. Currently, we've been able to help over 350 people to build a portfolio of over 10 to 25 million in less than 2 years. One of the subsidiaries. By the way, when you have a mentor that requests for updates, you should be a lucky person. You know, still last month he still chatted me up and said, "So what's the update? Where are you at the end of this year?" And I gave him that update. And I'm excited about the journey. 2 years ago, we came into real estate, a new baby. Currently, we have almost 1,000 acres in 2 years through his mentorship. It's been amazing, and we're launching another subsidiary by March with a gross income going to over 100 million every month. So it's been a journey for me, and I tell people that it's not just about knowing what to do, it's also about having people who you can ride on their wings and they can make things happen, and let that path that you want to walk in be smoother and clearer for you. So for me, 10 years with Dr. Stephen has been amazing. It has been from glory to glory, and I'm grateful to cross this path. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ogena Walter.
birthday, sir.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. It's a privilege to be here. My name is Ogen Nawalte Kubiri. I'm a realtor, a clothier, a humanitarian, and I seek to inspire lives through real estate, fashion, and style. And of course, impact. So everybody here says, upon meeting Dr. Stephen, they were able to then imbibe audacity. But I had audacity way before I met Dr. Stephen. And I've been so audacious, so much so that I started business at 21, officially, right out of NYSC. I never worked anywhere. While other people were looking for a job in perhaps NNPC, because we're in Abuja. Hello, ma'am. I just wanted to start business. And I've been doing this for officially 13 years now. Yes, sir, I'm sure you didn't know that part. But trust me, ladies and gentlemen, through those years, it was just packaging. And I'm sure a lot of us can relate. It was just packaging. Because sometimes, through the years, you make 0 to 0.00, but you keep it all together. Do I have salespeople in the house? Sometimes it takes you months to make one sale. Am I correct? But you keep packaging, because how you go sell 1 billion naira house when you look like you haven't seen 1 million naira? Am I communicating? But meeting this fine gentleman right here literally changed my life. It changed my finances. It changed my perspective. You can be audacious, but then again, what is the substance of that audacity? What is audacity without discipline? What is audacity without being accountable? What is leadership when you can't even lead yourself? I am a 3-time pageant winner. And so for the women in the house, when you're a fine girl in this part of the world, it looks like all you need to do is just be pretty and make money, yes? However, I have come to understand that it goes beyond being a beautiful face to indeed bringing beautiful value on the table. Because money never comes until value is on the table. You can educate yourself all you want, but if you do not have value through all of the certifications, nobody is going to give you a dime for nothing. Uncle, you go fast and pray, tire. Miracle, no, they show. Being a part of this family, and I don't know if you can even feel the love from where you're seated. I don't know if you could see us smiling at each other, hugging each other, blowing each other kisses. It is literally a family of people who genuinely want to see each other win. We sincerely, genuinely want to see each other win. And sir, I am so grateful for this opportunity of knowing you and being your favorite mentee. The rest of you can argue with your with your village people. You are double, you're 001, me I'm his favorite mentee. That will concern you, right? Now, like I said, I've always been audacious. But meeting Dr. Stephen, I don't know, everybody here said something. Okay, yes, it was you, Prince. He said Dr. Stephen would push you and constantly ask you for updates. I realized that I had a lot of problems. I had a lot of problems. And I think it takes, you can't fix a problem you are not aware of. I don't know if that makes sense. You can't scale in your business if you lack emotional intelligence. You can't scale in your business if you lack empathy. You can't scale in your business if you, as the visionary, lacks vision. The Bible says, write down the vision and make it plain. And I think with him, the first thing I gained with you is clarity. I thought you were going to give a round of applause for that. The first thing I gained is clarity. And it made it all make sense. Because sometimes, those of us that are multifaceted, I host events, I make dresses, I sell real estate, I have a foundation, I'm representing a few organizations. So it was quite difficult even understanding who I am to the core of. I don't know if anybody can understand what I'm saying. When you're gifted in doing a lot of things, and doing those things well, by the way, so you struggle with actually defining and understanding who you are. I think the only clear definition I've always had was that I wanted to be the first female president in Nigeria, or worst case scenario, married to the president, yes, or to be the vice president or senate president. But beyond all of those things, I don't think I was ready for the things that I wanted. I am still working, like I'm not perfect yet, but gosh, I am so proud of myself, and I am so proud of you for all the work you have been able to do with me, because I am particularly a very stubborn person. I do not listen to people, but I think it comes with leadership, sir. Leaders are quite stubborn. So I can see you're smiling. You agree with me, right? Leaders are quite strong-headed individuals, because you need to first, not just leaders, even entrepreneurs. Come on, what are we talking about? How do you tell me, Dr. Steven, do you know how many people are arguing with me that you're not 40 years old? They're like, you're too wise for your age. Because how can you be so audacious? You know his story. You know where he started from, right? Even down there, he knew who he was and where he was going. And that is what the Stephen Akintayo Foundation, that is what the Stephen Akintayo Mentorship family is about. And so I don't know why you're here. Maybe you're here to take beautiful pictures, or you're here to just be part of the paparazzi, because we live in a generation where attention is, give me the word, sir. It's like, it's fleeting, about you. You've given me people that even patronize my business. Ah, sir, God will bless you. Lady B, God will bless you. Happy birthday, sir.
Thank you. You know, women are very emotional, and they have a way of shifting the room. Has the room shifted or not? Please clap for her one more.
Okay. For me, just relating with you, I don't see challenges anymore, just possibilities. And one of my biggest adage every time I talk to people today is that anything that ever comes to your mind, no matter what it is, even if it means to go to space or to go to Mars, if it comes to your mind, then it is possible. Yes, there are challenges there, but one of the things you taught us quite early was KTL, that people buy from who they know, who they like, and who they trust. If you've heard Dr. Steve a lot, you know that that's one of the things he says to us. So when it comes to selling, when it comes to marketing, you must understand that it's going to be much more easier once they know your product, they know your service, they know who you are, they like you, and they trust you. And, when we talk about personal development, the outcome of personal development is always value. So for me, one of the biggest things as far as marketing is concerned, I learned from Dr. Steve, is personal branding. Now, personal development will produce value, but personal branding will produce what is called perceived value. And in many cases, perceived value is stronger than value. We just looked at that example when he was talking about the Coca-Cola brand, the iPhone brand. And so I learned that from him, and I began to introduce that to our business. Branding our business such a way that people know us, like us, and trust us. Even on my personal page. Today, doctor, I have people who will come to my page and say to me, you know what, please, and they will be begging, please, I've got 30 million. What can I do with it? I want to give it to you. Just want to invest in your car. And I will say things to them like, you know what? We don't do those figures anymore. I don't have any product like that. And they will say, you know what? Can we do 200 million with you? I say, you know what? I can manage that. All of that is because they now trust the brand. Yeah. They now believe in the brand. A woman called me from the US and sent 150 million naira to us and say, please, I just want to patronize your business. And this is somebody I've not seen in maybe 20 years, or 30 years. And all of that is because she said to me that, you know what, I like what you're doing. I see your brand. I see your effort. And I just want to encourage you. So I've learned strongly that if you want to market and increase the value of a thing, perception is very important in overcoming any marketing challenges. Thank you so much.
Wow, can we put hands together? Okay, so George, Cameroon is a country that real estate isn't that big. I remember visiting you, inspecting one of the lands that you were selling, and there's a construction as well. How have you navigated the culture, the mindset of a place like Cameroon to building what you're building right now?
Yes, Cameroon is very difficult because, first, it's a bilingual country. We speak both English and French, and I happen to come from the English side of the country. So we've been having a lot of issues, but because of what over the years I've learned from Dr. Stephen, challenges are opportunities to scale. Like in Nigeria, I know that it's easy for you to have bank loans for projects. I don't know if it's easy, yeah? Because
Nigerians, is it easy to get bank loan?
yes, yeah, but we've been able to scale. Like the last project you came and saw in Boya, which we were doing, that was 190 units. We just inaugurated that.
Wow.
That was last month.
Can we clap for that?
The Inspector General of Winners Chapel International left Lagos and came for that. Came and did the inauguration of the estate. We've been trying, and what we've been doing is that we've been using your same model. Like I said, I'm a copycat, not within Lagos, but not within Nigeria, but in Cameroon. So we just replicate the same model. Like what you do here, we just replicate. So we've been able to build education around our products. So whatever we are selling, we try to educate people in Cameroon, because professional real estate, like in Nigeria, real estate is in a higher level. Yeah. But in Cameroon, real estate have not even yet been professionalized.
Yeah, very true.
We are the one pioneering it now. We are the one trying to give a face for real estate in Cameroon. But there is huge opportunity. People are ready to give you money to do projects. But our banks are not ready. The individuals can give you money, but our banks are not ready. So we've been able to scale that. We've been able to, and also the land situations in our country is very, very complex. I don't know that in Nigeria, but that of Cameroon is very complex. You can buy a land, a challenge. A land can have like, a challenge. A land can have like 10 titles. So like Dr. Stephen, the last time he came to Cameroon, he said, you need to budget for war. And that's what I've been, building, that you need to budget for war. So I have, I've been building that mentality. I'm always ready for war. Like now, currently we are opening another estate. We bought, I don't know how they call it acres here, but I think acres in Cameroon we call hectares. Hectares can give you like 20 plots.
Yeah, we know hectares.
Okay, in Cameroon, because our plot size is 400 square meters. So a hectare can give you 20 plots, 25 plots. So we are currently opening, we're opening an estate now on 10 hectares of land, which is about 200 plots. 200 plots. So we are doing it, we call it Ovation Downtown Estate. My guys are calling, all those things came as a result of consistent followership of Dr. Stephen. And these things are not just, it did not just happen. And to tell you that the influence of Dr. Stephen is working over my life and also influencing my family. My senior brother is going to be here. I told him about the birthday. He will be landing soon. Same for the program. So Cameroon is fully represented. And we are doing a lot in Cameroon as far as real estate is concerned because of Dr. Stephen Akintayo.
Thank you very much. Let's clap for him one more time. Nigeria, is that how you welcome people? Give him a round of applause.
And don't forget that to have Nigerian from Taraba.
Okay, yes. Mohammed, the question is, what mindset is required? Because when I met you, 15 employees, you were doing between 20 to 25 million. And now 450 employees, over $1 billion in transaction. And what you sell is herbal tea. You know, it's just something even cheap. What mindset? Because sometimes the mindset is the problem. Yeah. The mindset to think that you can scale your sales. You know, I watch you in one of our sessions. You know, at some point I was the one pushing him, but now I've stopped pushing him because when he tells me we did this volume, this is the next volume, I say, okay, now it's matching up because before his ambition I felt was too low compared to his potential, right? But now I think his ambition is matching his potential, right? So how do someone watching this and want to have your kind of results in the next 3 years like you have done, what do they need to start doing to their mind? How do they need to start restructuring?
Okay. Thank you once again. What really changed is I was prepared, but there was no clarity. Like Mrs. Ogena said earlier, I didn't even believe in myself. That's the thing. There was not that belief that I can do it. And when you mention that, at the time we start hitting these figures, even up to this moment, I still don't believe I'm the one doing it myself. That's how terrible it is. But one thing you did to me was the belief that I can do it. I should also have in mind that, yeah, in the midst of chasing these goals, there are times that you will face a lot of challenges. But the challenges are not really what should be important to me, but the outcome of those challenges and the lessons I'm going to draw from those challenges. And I can actually be the biggest in the entire universe if I choose to be, and there's nothing that limits me from becoming that person. But one thing I must make sure I do is to train my mind all the time, to invest in knowledge, to invest in relationship, and to also empower my teams in getting the best kind of result I want. Not just myself. For classes that I know I can afford to go with my team, don't go alone, go with them. Because if they can have access to the information I'm having access to, it becomes much easier for us to achieve the kind of results we want. Now, personally, I can travel and leave my team for 1 month, and I don't have any reason to ownership mentality. They get things done even when nobody is looking and do it justly. What changed is the mind that I can do it. The mind to invest any amount of money, any amount of time just to develop myself, because I am the biggest marketer of the business, the visionary of the business. If I don't have direction, the business will not have direction. If I don't set big goals for the business will not really achieve so much. So what changed for us is we now set big goals. Like this year, we have a goal to do 100 billion naira in revenue. And we've started, yes. So
wow.
that has really helped us.
I will put our hands together for him. That's impressive.
Yes. So, and one of the things you said to me too was to actually avoid arrival syndrome, right? There should never get to a point that I feel, oh, I have enough now. There's no need to chase more. So every day should be like a new day. So the result I'm having today was because of the efforts we take yesterday. So if we need a better result tomorrow, something else has to be done today. We cannot repeat the same processes and expect different results. It means that we have to be taking new actions every day in order to achieve that success that we needed. So I think these are the things that has really changed my business entirely. Thank you, sir.
Come on, let's give it up for him. Can we clap for him one more time? How many of you are inspired, by the way, with his story, right? Really, this is really inspirational. Yes, Mayowa, one of the things that I noticed with you was, as at the time I met Mayowa, he was very gifted, very talented. The challenge he had was monetizing it, right? And, you got to pick a few things from me. But what I'm impressed with is how consistent you've then been since then. It's 11 years now. Funny enough, this January March makes it 11 that we met. But you've been consistent in growing and evolving as well, because you met when it was digital marketing, and then you evolve again, and now you do adding real estate to it. Two questions. Number one, how important is it to maintain relationship with those, that God used to influence your evolution, right? Number one. Number two, how is it important to also evolve, constantly evolve? Because just like myself, you have...
When I left Dr. Stephen then, I started my digital marketing agency, started my bulk SMS. However, what was really...
Just for clarity, so Mayowa did internship with our company for 6 months. And by the way, we have that program as well. How many of you are interested? We run a 6 months internship program. After that, you can leave and go start your business, but you kind of have some exposure at a level of scale. Who is in charge of this? Is the HR around? Can somebody help me get the HR? HR, can you face them? Please come forward so they can see you. So his name is Paul. Clap for him. Move fast now. I know you're a fine boy, but move fast so you can face them. So talk to him if you want to subscribe for the internship program. It's for 6 months. And it's for people who want to change career. Sometimes maybe you're in a sector, you want to move to real estate. Sometimes you just you own your business, but you want to learn sales. Like he already had his business, but he wants to understand sales. So he came to do 6 months with us. After that, he left to go back to running his business. So you can see Paul after we're done. So Paul, make sure you attend to them. But go ahead.
Okay, so when I started, I discovered that I knew what I wanted, but I didn't have the right framework, the vehicles to take me there. And that was what I got from Dr. Steve. So when I started my company, the idea was that, okay, I want to raise a company where I have all my expressions sorted out in. And, 3 months down the line after I left Dr. Stephen, it was clear, everything was clear and everything was said. But my involvement was basically asking the right question. Everybody write this down. Quality questions will give you quality answer. Quality answers will produce quality people. And quality people will build the nation. So what
Can you say that again?
Quality questions will give quality answers. Quality answers will give quality people. And quality people will build the quality nation. So
or a quality business.
A quality business. Yes. So I see people say they want to have good business, they want to succeed, they want to raise their revenue from 10 million to 100 million, but they are not asking the right questions. So that's the root of it. So for me, I'm always driven by that question, that what should I do next? So when I started my digital marketing agency, I knew that in another 5 years, digital currency, digital marketing will be everywhere. And I didn't want to be everywhere. I wanted to create a solution. I'm solution driven. I'm system driven. I want to sleep and wake up and I can check my account and I've seen 100 million. I want to sleep and wake up and I want to see those numbers. I don't want to always, go after those numbers day by day. So I'm a system person, and that's what I've been building for the past 10 years. So with those questions, I was able to get the right answer, connecting with the right people. That was what made me to evolve. So I moved from digital marketing, moved into building my Owolabi company, which is financial freedom. Currently, we have over 70,000 email lists in less than 3 years. And these are people that pay us every month. I think you should clap. Because when people talk about, I want to make money every month, and I ask them, come on, how many people know that you are in business? Even your neighbor do not even know that you are into real estate. The person sitting beside you at the end of this meeting does not even know you are into real estate. So, and you see, these numbers is not mirage. It is in somebody's pocket. And the people that can afford to pay you, they are also willing to pay you, but they don't know that's what you do. So I evolved into that and I began to ask questions. If I'm going to do 100 million every single month, what type of business can I sell? What kind of solution can I build? Because some of you are sitting here today and you're saying to yourself, I want to make 10 million naira. But the business or the line of business you're into right now cannot give you that revenue. So what does that mean for you? You need to find a way to scale, to pivot, or to dig deeper. And what do I mean by digging deeper? Every business or every career have 12 streams of income. How many streams of income, everybody? 12 streams of income. What I've discovered is that a lot of us, we always stay around the one we are comfortable with. So let me give you just 3 to 5 out of that income. For example, there's always a product line of every business. There's always a service part of every business. There is always a consultancy or mentorship part of every business. There is always also a training part of every business. So if we take that for example, it means that if you are sitting on mentorship and the money is in products, you need to pivot to that product line. Are we getting the concept right there? Good. If you have to, so let me give, like Oge said, fashion for example. Some people are sitting down in sewing clothes one by one. There is no way you will sew clothes and one by one in that, and you can raise 100 million in a month. So it means that either you increase your customer audience from people that can sew clothes by 20 million, then you can sew 5 in a month. You get the numbers right there. Good. And that means that you don't want to also stay there. You want to start training people so that you can raise more revenue. So I see a lot of people say, oh, I want to pivot. I want to make more money. But you have to look inward to answer all those questions. If I keep doing this, can I ever make 100 million? So that is what has shifted me, because SMS, for crying out loud, is 50 kobo per one. For me to make profit is like 2 kobo out of 50 kobo. When will I become a billionaire? So those were the questions I was asking myself 10 years ago. Come on guys. So, and as I begin to answer those questions, then I begin to evolve. I started attending more trainings. I started paying for more mentorship. I was telling somebody that, by the way, I'm a neuromarketing expert. And to become a neuromarketer globally, you need to pay an average of 5,000 to 12,000 US dollars. The first time I was going to pay for that, I was like, Mayowa, what are you looking for? You want to pay somebody $5,000 to pay you for what's neuro, what's marketing? And a mindset is telling me, can't I get it on YouTube? But the question is, this person I want to learn neuromarketing from has done, his business is doing over $5 to $6 billion every single year. So it means that I want to do the same number, and I raise the money to pay for that mentorship. So that is what evolving is all about. To know that I'm in fashion line, I'm in real estate, there is something I need to change, there is something I need to add, there is something I need to go pay for that can allow me move from my 1 million naira commission every month to 10 million naira commission every month. So that is how it is. So for me, I tell people, training and mentorship allows you to collapse the years. So if it's going to naturally take you 10 years or 5 years, training and mentorship will collapse the year for me. And that is why every business I have started since that time, I always have a mentor who has an average of 15 years in that business. The business was starting in March. The person consulting for me has over 15 years experience and has done an average of 1 billion, 2 billion from that business. So, and that subsidiary need to run. And that's what evolving is all about. And what is pushing me, and I'm going to share publicly, is because one day I went for a training and the man was coming in from Ghana. And he said, from Ghana, he has 40 companies in Ghana. How many companies, everyone? 40 companies. And from airport to the event, he said he saw 3 businesses he has to start in Nigeria in less than a year. And I'm asking myself, at that time, I only had 1 business. Even the 1 business is not even taking me home. And you are coming from Ghana to come and start another business. Then that was what led me to go study Richard Branson, that has over 4,000 companies, and he has 1 head. Everybody say 1 head. And you just have 1 head, and you can only handle 1. So training, mentorship allows you to collapse those things, and pivoting for me, I added system to it. So system allows me that I'm here right now, and people are paying online for a lot of my services. I'm here right now, my sales teams are making money. Systems. Everybody shout systems. Good. So that's the checklist for me to be able to pivot from digital marketing to financial freedom and to real estate. Then the last part is the first one Dr. Stephen asked, the relationship part. I think for me is to learn how to service every relationship. You see, when you close the last door, there's a higher chance that the new door will not open. And you must also accept that everyone that you come across are doors. Everyone. So if you try to jam one or close one, don't expect a new door to open. By the way, I would have started real estate earlier before, because doctor started, 8 years after I started. I started 2 years after doctor started. Yes, doctor started. 8 years after doctor started. I would have pivoted earlier, but I also knew, based on my connections, wisdom, and case studies I have studied, that it was not the right time. So each time I go to see doctor, I share the vision that I'm going to start real estate. But the question is, when are you starting? And I told him, I'm working on it. But if I had jammed that door 10 years ago, this is 11 years right here, and I'm still with Dr. Stephen. So I service the relationship, I invest in the relationship, and I keep the work going. So identify that relationship today and ask yourself, what do I need to do to keep servicing this relationship? There was a particular event when I left Dr. Stephen, and he said, it's my birthday, and this is it. And I said, sir, I would like to pay for the hall. And doctor said, are you sure? I said, yes, sir. Let me be sincere with you. That transaction, I didn't have that profit or that money to pay for the hall as at that time. But guess what? I weighed the option that what can I do to Dr. Stephen that can put me in his mind, to move from his head to his mind. Everybody say, move from the head to the heart. Shout it again, move from the head to the heart. The reason why you are not making sales is because you are in the person's head. The reason why people prefer Coca-Cola over Pepsi is that Coca-Cola is in the heart, Pepsi is in the head. The reason why Dr. Stephen will call me 001 is not because I am that special. It's because I identify a way to salvage the relationship. And I think it was about 6 years ago, I said I was going to pay for the oil. And when I paid for the oil, 3 years after, doctor was still talking about it. My protege, my guy. I said, hey, my owa. So hit somebody angrily beside you. Say, move to the heart, move to the heart, move to the heart. Thank you so much for having me.
Wow, let's put our hands together for him. And by the way, I've been so honored, right? All of these people, your gifts, and everybody watching, thank you, right? I've been spoiled. That's all I would say. Thank you, I'm humbled, thank you. Yes, okay. So 2 questions for you. For ladies, and it's very important, I noticed that ladies, again, apologize if it sounds funny. It's even men who are handsome and ladies who are beautiful tend to think that everything is supposed to just come easy for them. So you hardly find them being intentional to want to grind, right? Because they're just used to everybody just want to help, everybody just want to give. How do ladies and men as well, who naturally, because of their charm, get things a lot easier, begin to change their mindset to, I want to build a beautiful business, I want to build a handsome business. I don't want my life to just be about beauty, I want it to also be about brain, I want it to be about value that I'm also offering. That's number 1. Number 2, how do people work on their hunger level? One of the things I admire about you, yes, audacity, but you're hungry for success even when it's not as if you don't have it, heaven will fall. But there's just that ambition. How do you think people who are from your background, I mean, virtually all your siblings are in the US, you could have joined them, but you're still here, you didn't japa, you're still hustling in Nigeria. So people who come from that background, who tend to want to be laid back, how do they generate, a sense of hunger for success?
Thank you very much, sir. So I'll start with the first question. I don't think it's about just beautiful ladies or beautiful men. And I'm saying this boldly because I'm a Nigerian, born, bred in Nigeria, 50% Ikwere, 50% Owerri, born in Ibadan, raised in Abuja. So I'm a total Nigerian, right? So whatever I'm saying right now is not coming from a place of bias because I have experienced virtually every part of Nigeria. So I think it is just a generational and a Nigerian thing. We are highly entitled people. Highly, highly, highly entitled. And that entitlement mentality would lead you nowhere. We come from a society where you hear a 21-year-old telling you how they are not in school because their uncle refused to pay the school fees for them. I don't understand, sir. That's Igbo. In English, Pidgin, what do your hands? Right? Growing up, so recently, DSA said something to me. He said, okay, it's not like you were a poor kid. Why do you remember when you asked me that question? He said, okay, it's not like you're poor now. You didn't come from a poor home. So why do you like to just grind? I do like to grind because if you do have people that you look up to, maybe they are role models, maybe they are mentors, please name one who isn't grinding. There's a popular song, Dangote, 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 still they find money. So who the hell are you not to want to find money? Aren't you tired of poverty? My mom would say to me that so long as you can walk with your hands and get on your knees to pray, everything you seek to find, you will find. And so to any young person listening to me, whether you are Gen Z, whether you are millennial, I feel so sorry for you if you are still stuck in the entitlement mentality, in the space where you expect your father or mother to get things done for you, especially when they have done their best to give you the best kind of education they could have. There's a popular saying that if you are born poor, it is on your parents. But if you're still poor right now, it's on you. And it's mainly because you are just bloody lazy. It is not Tinubu. It is not APC. It is not the owner of your company. It is not because the minimum wage is low. It is because you are just lazy. And laziness will take you nowhere. Laziness would give you no relevance. And we live in a world where nobody buys the best product. People buy the best known product. And he said, move from their heads to their minds. So if you're still, do you know the population of Nigeria? We're a lot of people. And you're lazy. And I'm saying this because for me, it did touch me personally because I have staff who do not just take work seriously. And they tell you how, I'm in Abuja. We barely have traffic. And you still come late to work. I don't know what you want to achieve for yourself, but for me, I'm done dragging people, done pulling people up. And leaders in the room can attest to what I'm saying. You know, sometimes we sincerely want to see the best in people, but you cannot give somebody the best when they do not want the best. I don't know if I'm communicating. And so it might be your team members, it might be your friends, it might be your neighbors, it might be your family members. Auntie, cut that umbilical cord of whatever friendship that isn't bringing value to you, of whatever relationship that isn't bringing value to you, of whatever, give me the word, association that isn't giving value to you. Because I don't know about you, but I don't think we have anybody in this room who is less than 18 years of age. Do we have anybody who is 18? Can you wave? Meaning that everybody here is old. Respectfully and disrespectfully so. So ask yourself, in the next 5 years, given how things are going in terms of inflation, I was asking someone recently, the way we are going, can our children afford to buy real estate? Aren't you guys afraid? Terrace, 35 million. How? I knew when that stuff used to be 4.5 million.
Rent.
Yes, rent. And it is not going down, guys. It is not going down. Or you think it's going to get better when maybe your presidential candidate wins? No. In Nigeria, it doesn't come down. Now, ahead. So ask yourself, if your dream home as at 3 years ago, which you couldn't buy because you thought you didn't have enough money to pay. Am I communicating? That dream home was what? Let's say 40 million naira, Abi. And that 40 million is probably Aja. I don't really know Lagos. Correct me if I'm wrong. I can guarantee you that you may not find a 40 million naira terrace in Aja today. And you are still lazy. Hey, God, I beg. And you still do not want to work? You are still waiting for your uncle to help you? Oh, well, may the Lord grant you wisdom. With these few points of mine, I'm done with that question. He who has ears, let them hear. Because you do not even need a mentor, respectfully, sir. See, there's a way hunger go catch you. You don't need your pastor. You by yourself, you will do staff meeting. You will do annual general meeting. You got John waking again now. As how now? Now like this we go the day. And you are in Lagos, a city of hustlers. And you are not hungry. Hey, oh well. Sir, can I move to the next question, sir?
Please come for okay.
Because I don't understand it. It even makes no sense to me thinking about it.
And she's very true. You have to, it's getting harder to succeed by the day. It's getting harder. So you really, really have to self-inspire, self-motivate. Right? You can't have luxury. Somebody say, excuses are the tool of the incompetent. They are monument of nothingness. Those that use them are not wise. Excuses are the what? Can we all chorus again? Want to go? Excuses are the tool of the incompetent.
Are the tools of the incompetent.
They are monument of nothingness.
Monument of nothingness.
Those that use them are not wise.
Those that use
One
them
more
are
time,
not
loudly.
wise.
Excuses are the tool of the incompetent.
Are the tools of the incompetent.
They are monument of nothingness.
Monuments of nothingness.
and those that use them are not wise.
And those that use them can never be wise.
They can never be wise. So it's time to rise up, right? Because there will always be something stopping you from achieving anything you want to achieve. There's nothing I've ever done in my life that has been easy. Our first estate, I was running a digital marketing class, and I was announcing, I said, I'm about to start a real estate development company. I didn't have the money, but because my words said it, a participant there said, I have 200 acres in Ikorodu. Right, he was in that class. I think, yes, that was his class. And he said, I have 200 acres, and I'm willing to give you 50 acres. As you sell, you can pay me. You have integrity. And that was how the journey started, ladies and gentlemen. That's how the journey started. If I took my friend to that land, he said, this land is waterlogged. It's rich people that start real estate with waterlogged land. I took my brother there, the same thing. But I remember a quote, always do the impossible with the available. God will always give you what is available, but you figure out how to do the impossible with it. There will never be a perfect moment. You will never have a perfect condition for any great idea. Are you learning today?
Yes, sir.
Imagine I didn't start 11 years ago. Imagine I didn't start. Imagine I kept saying, well, when I get a dry land, the land didn't have C of O. Imagine I said, when I get the land with C of O. And that's what many people are doing, just giving excuses. You know, why they will do it later. I'll get mentor later. I'll get partners later. I keep saying to myself, what if 5 years ago I didn't begin to get people like Cosmos Maduka in my life? I will have crashed because I would think something is wrong with me when I was actually on the right course. I told you earlier, I said, I was complaining to one of my mentors. He smiled. He said, I once had 100 court cases. You're on the right path. This is how we break through. You're on the right. Now, imagine I didn't have that person. And then there were 1 or 2 challenges and complaints. What will I say? Maybe I'm doing wrong. And many of you have quit on great ideas just because of what people said. Do you know what I'm saying? I was in Ikoyi prison yesterday. Over 1,000 guys. More than 80% of them have not been convicted. Some of them were business owners like you. They did business with someone. The person said, I want my money back. They felt they didn't get their money back, and they locked them up. And they're in prison. They can be there for 5 years because what they will just do is to make the bail condition very difficult. And once you can't meet your bail condition, you can be in prison for the next 5 to 10 years for a crime that you have not even been convicted for. That's the kind of country you are in. Right? So don't joke with the role of what everybody has said here. Having people who can guide you, because sometimes you're right. You are about to hit something big. Does that make sense at all? Yes. But it looks as if everything will crumble, but you're on the right track. But if you don't even have somebody to keep encouraging you, that keep going. Keep going. It's darkest before dawn. Have you been blessed today? I wish we can continue with them, but we have to go. But good news is that these are also part of the people you are meeting in the coaching community. Some of them have been my mentees for 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, but they also will hold you in that community, and we're building something great together. Who's excited? So the conversation continues. They're also going to be speaking, I'm just telling them, during the Business Growth Conference, I'm putting together a session for mentees like this because their stories need to be heard as well. And it gives you hope because some of you are sitting there and saying, when will I ever become a Mohammed? When will I become Prince Bamdele? Or, you know, but you can. They started one day too. And it was never easy the day they started. None of these people here was it easy to start mentorship with me, whether the cost of paying for it or even enduring the rigorousness of me being your mentor. I'm a tough mentor because my standards are Hi. Does that make sense at all?
Yes, sir.
I just told you now, remember when Mohammed would come and be bragging? Because he was looking at it from where he was coming from. Oh, now we have 50 staff. Oh, now we are doing 50 million every month.
I
I'm like,
remember in January 2025, yeah, that was the first time we hit about 150 M plus, yeah. And I was proud of myself, you know. And then when I come, you said just that. Right. But from that time to the end of the year, we actually grow 10x
Yeah.
because of that just one statement of just that. Yeah.
so do you agree you need a push? Right? Tell your neighbor, I need a push, I need a push, I need someone to push me. Right? You need someone to push you, to be honest. And that's really what you get through mentorship. Congratulations, by the way, to those of you who have signed up. Someone just messaged you, say, I've paid my 5 million. I can't wait. Let me announce a bonus that we are doing. On Friday morning, those of you who are joining the highest coaching package, we're going to be having a breakfast session with the American billionaire that we brought, Michael Roberts, 8 a.m. right to 11. I'm just taking 30 people, no more than 30. So it's for the first 30. You have breakfast. I'm paying for your breakfast. You have opportunity to connect with him, have his contact, discuss with him, and build a great relationship that can turn to something else. So those who have already, I already have, by the way, if you are already signed up, can I see your hands up so that I know the first set of people? Kike, where are you? Where's Kike? Let her come out now. Why is she? Yes. So I have Mr. Martins already. Where's Mr. Martins? Can you wave? So your seat has been secured for breakfast on Friday, 8 a.m. Where is he? Where is he now? It's at the back. Okay, he's waving. So Kike, get his detail and secure his. Who else has gotten sorted their payments? I want to confirm before we leave. Who else? Yeah, no, it's it's either the 1 million or the 5 million guys that I'm taking. First 30 for the 1 million or the 5 million, so that you are part of our breakfast on Friday morning. Who is also a pastor? You own a ministry. You founded a ministry, rather. Or you are the senior pastor of a ministry. Can I see your hands up? Just come out quickly. You're a founder of a ministry, or you are the senior pastor of a ministry. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So the five. So the 5 of you tomorrow, join us at Delboro. You will be having a breakfast with Pastor Dave Boro. He's going to be having a leadership session with you about your ministry, about structure, about strategy, about succession. Like I told you, when the late Miles Moreau passed on, it was tragic, and we all know the story, right? Now, he had to take over, and God helped him. Not one member left the ministry, and not just that, the ministry grew by 15% the first 1 year. You want mentorship from someone like that, isn't it? Right? So tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., Delboro Hotel. So please, Kike, you have, Joshua, do you have, okay, you handle that. Dede. So the 6 of you, you have a session with Pastor Dave Boro tomorrow, okay? So God bless you. You can go back. Make sure they get your details. Okay? Please, for those of you joining the coaching, make sure you drop your number. Confirm with Kike that you have paid either the 1 million one or the 5 million one. And make sure that they confirm your seat for Friday breakfast with Michael Roberts. It's going to be really awesome. Just 30 slots is what we have. And it's just going to be very transformational. I promise you. I'll also be there. We're going to really, this year, those who are committed, we are taking you to the next level. Your cooperation with our help, you are moving to the next level. Can you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And how many of you think it's good to have a billionaire in dollars as a mentor? Because that's what you are getting access to on Friday, and all the sessions we're also going to be doing subsequently. Okay? Thank you very much for being part. I appreciate you all, and I wish we have more time, but we need to wrap up, okay? Can you give them a huge round of applause to all these amazing mentee of mine? Please celebrate them. Celebrate them.
A round of applause. Please don't go. Let's take a picture before you get back to your seats. Please step back.
Want to go? Are they doing video? She wanted to do video, so we'll do video here. Want to go? DSA at 40. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We're still going to do that with everyone. So SOP, when we're done, we'll have the drone this way. All of us will stand and we shout DSA at 40. And you'll find it on my page. You can use your phone as well, and then we can all post it. Does that make sense? Yes, sir. Please clap for them one more time.
Thank you so much. A round of applause for them. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined by Dr. Stephen's mentee. Yes, she just landed this morning. The gorgeous, the amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, Madam President.
Thank you very much. I just arrived.
Yes, so you just landed. IJGB from Abuja. All right, so we are going into the next panel session, Dr. Stephen Target Mastermind. And these are two brilliant minds. And we want to know how they did it. One of them is a seed from Dr. Miles Monroe, who has been able to lead the church in Bahamas and take it to greater heights. And like Dr. Stephen rightly said, we also have Mr. Michael Robert, a billionaire, who is going to be taking us through the billionaire's mind. Ladies and gentlemen, with a standing ovation, please can we make welcome Pastor Dave Burrow. A round of applause for him as he comes on stage. And can we also make welcome Mr. Michael Roberts. Thank you, sir. You're welcome. Please don't stop clapping. Pastor Dave Burrow is on his way to the stage. Thank you.
Please, one more time, can we put your hands together for them? I want you to really help me thank them because they came all the way from Bahamas. Michael Roberts is based in the U.S. Pastor Dave is based in Bahamas, but he has a beautiful castle. He invited me to do, I think, New Year Eve, right? The eve of New Year Eve in his massive castle. You see why you should have billionaire friends, eh? In Bahamas. Though I couldn't make it, but I know next year I definitely will not miss it. But they all had to come, long drive, I think 14 hours from Atlanta. And both of them are in their late 60s. So you can imagine the stress. Can we celebrate that they decided to honor us to come? Please, I want it to be louder. Come on. All the way. They came for you, so celebrate them. Okay, so do we want to move? They want us to move the chair for production. one there. Oh, good. Okay, awesome. So, one more time, please celebrate them for coming all the way to be part of this event. And today, like I said, is not the main conversation, but I just wanted you guys to get to meet them, right? So, let me start with Pastor Dave Boro. If you would like to introduce yourself, it's in Nigeria for the first time. For the first time. So, let us meet you.
Mic check. Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be with you and a pleasure to be here in Nigeria for the first time. As was mentioned, I am Dr. Dave Burrows, and I am from the Bahamas. And I have been mentored by Dr. Miles Monroe, and I also co-founded the ministry with him. And my life is a story of transformation because I was a drug dealer at 13 years old and ended up in a lot of problems. But my life was transformed when I was introduced to the message of the gospel, and my life changed forever. I ended up graduating from college, and it was in college that I met Dr. Monroe, who became my mentor. And I was the first youth pastor at Bahamas Faith Ministries, and I also ran the international organization of Miles Monroe International. I served as vice president, and I am also, in addition to ministry, my life has been a combination of ministry and business. Initially, it was the wrong business.
That's the drug business.
But today, I also am in business. I own a computer company, a publishing company, and I have spent a significant amount of time working to transform. Some of them are serving in the church now. One of them is the senior pastor of 2 of our churches, and I've also been able to consult with governments globally on how to transform young people from crime, drugs, gangs, into productive citizens, into transformed individuals. So my journey is a testimony of what is possible, that it doesn't matter where you start if you have the right direction. And I've also learned that there are only 2 ways to live. And until you find the second way to live, then you just exist. You either live by instinct or purpose. Wow. Animals were designed to live by instinct. Humans were designed to live by purpose. What happens in the world today is that most people are living by instinct. So an animal wakes up in the morning with no agenda, no purpose. What they do is they respond to their environment. So a dog sees another dog and he just follows his instinct. What that creates for an animal is an unstructured life. You just hop on another dog and babies come, and there are no provisions. Humans who are in the sovereign class, sovereign means capable of self-governance and self-rule. Humans have the ability to live on purpose. So each of us has a destiny. There's a design. If we learn to live on purpose, then we rise above the animal state, and we can achieve the destiny that God has for us. And God has blessed me in many different ways, and it's just a pleasure for me to share. I travel the world sharing not only the good news of the gospel, but also a lot about what we shared today, how you can make your life count and how you can be productive. Because one of the first things that God designed in man is the ability to produce and to reproduce. And if you are not producing and if you are not working, you're going backwards because it goes against your design. I tell young people all the time, I say to them, I said, never say, I don't have a job. Because you were never designed to be idle. It doesn't have anything to do with a job. A young man came to me one time and he said, I want a job. And I said, we don't have a job available. I said, however, you can work in our video department and we are not going to pay you.
Yeah.
But you will learn a skill that can possibly transform your life.
Yeah.
So this young man came to work with us at 15 years old after school, and he learned how to do video production. A few years later, the head of the department left. And so who did we hire? We hired somebody who was already being productive and in the system. Eventually, we couldn't pay him because other people started to recognize his gift and his talent. And so he was hired by another company. When he went to that company, a group from Canada came to the Bahamas and they saw his work and they invited him to Canada. Today he owns his own company in Canada. He has a video production company and he's also a business consultant. So, it just gives an example that if you understand how to operate by purpose,
Yeah.
and if you understand the principles that God created us with, your situation can change. And Dr. Steve said something a little bit earlier. He talked about excuses. You have two choices. You can make excuses or you can make progress. If you live by excuses, you don't make progress. If you eliminate the excuses and you focus on making progress, then the excuses become irrelevant. So I want to encourage you today to live by purpose and to use everything that God gave you to produce. Because one of the things that God said to us in the parable, Jesus said in the parable of the talents, is not what you have, it's what you do with what you have.
Yes, sir.
Whatever God gives you is his gift to you. What you do with it is your gift back to him. So make sure that you honor him by giving back something that he gave you and you've reproduced it or you've increased the value of it. Thank you.
Wow. Come on, let's give it up. Make it louder. Put your hands together for that powerful one. Okay. To the billionaire. How did your journey start? And I mean, you're an African American. Was it that your parents were already successful entrepreneurs, or how did it start for you?
I think we have to give Dr. Stephen a special title. I think he's actually a business prophet. So from now on, we'll have to call you Prophet Dr. Stephen. And everybody say with me, happy birthday, Dr. Stephen.
Happy birthday, Dr. Stephen.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're blushing, man. You know, what's going on? You're always that established person who has confidence, and now you have 1,000 people saying happy birthday to you. Just think of the brilliance of that, and congratulations to you and your wife for this wonderful event.
Thank you.
Now, I am sure that you have never heard of Michael B. Roberts from St. Louis, Missouri. And you know why you never heard? It's because rich people scream, but wealthy people whisper.
Hey! Please, you need to repeat that again. Please repeat that again. Rich people,
scream,
Scream.
but wealthy people whisper.
but wealthy people whisper.
All right. We have an interesting experience. My daddy worked at the post office for 39 years. My mama worked to raise the four of us. We weren't rich, we weren't poor, we just never had any money. Anybody like that? They just wanted their kids to be good children, focused on helping others. I had the great experience of going on to college and then to law school. When I finished law school, I moved 2 blocks from the projects. That's where the poorest people in our city live. And I lived there for 10 years. And I was elected to the city
Was that in
council.
St. Louis? Still in St. Louis?
St. Louis.
Okay.
Yeah, we're talking about St. Louis, Missouri. Anybody ever heard of St. Louis, Missouri? One? You know, Missouri's in the middle of the state. You've got Chicago, you got New Orleans, and St. Louis is in the middle. In Missouri, we have a slogan. It's called the Show Me State. You can tell me anything, but you better show me. You better prove who you are and what you're about. So one of the things that I've learned as a lesson even from my state is the concept of being able to prove who you are. And not just talk about it, but be able to stand up behind it. We heard the discussion a moment ago about purpose. You may not know your purpose because the reality is you have many purposes. I've written a book, Action Has No Season, the strategies and secrets to gaining wealth and authority. You see, there's never a time for you to take action, only the moment. This is what we call an existential moment, meaning that every moment that you live, your body is moving, it's taking action, you are living, and you only have the moment because the past is gone and the future is a blur, so you have to live every moment to its fullest extent. In order for you to understand your purpose, you have to take action. So I coined the word the actionaire. So everyone, today you are officially being blessed with the name actionaire. It's one who takes their action to heart. Now listen to me very carefully, because as we look into the future, but I'm going to go back to the present. As we look into the future, what we're seeing in Nigeria, in Africa, is an onslaught of the Chinese. The Chinese symbol is a tiger, right? The Chinese symbol is a tiger, and it's trying to make its move here into Africa. But what they don't understand is that the African lion has a stronger roar than their little tiger. And Africa will be the leading nation in the world for innovation, for entrepreneurship, and for action. And all we have to do is stand up and take action. Everybody in the back of the room needs to know that your sense of who you are and what you're about is as important as anybody that's sitting on this stage. You are an individual that was blessed with opportunity, with a concept in your mind to achieve. And that is the most important component of life, is to achieve on a regular basis, on a daily basis, on a moment-to-moment basis. Now, in my book, I make a distinction between being rich and being wealthy.
Yes.
Remember I said, repeat it again, rich people
Scream.
Wealthy people
Wealthy people
what?
whisper.
Oh, y'all were kind of loud to be whispering. You know, one of the things we hear about is having power and having authority in life. You see, power is very elusive. you know, some of the most powerful people were big-time politicians. I remember when George Bush was president of the United States, and he and Condoleezza Rice went to India. And while they were in India, they were trying to stop Pakistan and the Indians from engaging in potentially a war. And they almost threatened it, America did. But the reality was the heads of those nations looked at the most powerful man on the face of the earth, thumbed their nose and said, this is my country, I will do whatever I want to do.
Wow.
But when Michael Dell of Dell Computers went to those countries and said, if you start a problem, I will pull my computer manufacturing company out of your country and affect your middle class.
Wow.
Bush had power, but that businessman, Michael Dell, had authority. Which would you rather have, power or authority?
Authority.
And what we're doing here with this program is trying to empower you, I'll use that term, with authority, and recognize that what really counts is how you present yourself in sales. What really counts is how you make the decisions that are futuristic. You know, we're going through a stage now with artificial intelligence. We have this thing called artificial intelligence, which now can help you in your sales. You can go to ChatGPT, you can ask them to write your business plan. It can set up all types of concepts and strategies. You have to be fully aware of what's emerging in this world.
Yeah.
And you have to understand that the playing field for black people, which has never been a level playing field in the past, but the playing field in our community today, because of the exposure that we will have to the future through artificial intelligence, the playing field is going to be level.
Yes.
And it's up to you to make a decision that you're going to step up, learn about generative AI, super AI. You're going to have to learn about where we are going as a people and as an individual and as a country and as a globe, and recognize that there are going to be different types of currency. Currency won't just be what we know as the dollar. The currency may be a variety of things. Your knowledge is going to be currency. Your ability to think through and establish your growth will be your currency. We're going to be involved now, and we have to emerge and understand the value of cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
And we'll have to know what that means. We have to know that that allows for a seamless exchange of money. I can be in St. Louis and send you, and we could just make that exchange without, now listen to this now. If I want to buy your property here, and we agree on a price with Bitcoin, and I can look at the blockchain and evaluate that your property is really yours because I see that in that category, in those data, and I know that you are truly the owner.
Yeah.
It's trusted. The blockchain is trusted because it cannot be hacked. It's immutable, which means that if you have your property in the blockchain and there's 1 million computers with the same data, if somebody does happen to take that one element out of your database, all the other computers in the world fills it right away. So therefore, it's immutable. It means it cannot be hacked. All of us, every time a child is born, that child is going to at some point. In the future, we'll have all of these opportunities that continue to grow. So if we decide that we're going to make an exchange in our property or whatever I'm buying from you, I can just say to you, here is what I'll send you. You'll say, here's my information. Now, what did I just do? I just eliminated banks.
Yeah.
I eliminated real estate brokers. I eliminated all the transactional fees in between two parties. I've eliminated all that, and now it's P2P, person to person. Do you understand what I'm saying? And do you realize that you are in the most unique time in human history to be able to play on a level playing field, but you have to get yourself ready, educated, and understood. Now, my parents entrepreneurship per se. They were sort of doing a little hot side hustle. But my brother and I decided we were going to work together, be able to think intelligently, to be able to think analytically. So I'm proud to say that I have 4 children. Wow. And all 4 of them went to law school.
Wow.
I have 8 grandkids, and understand something. They are engaged in some of the businesses that I've established. They're allowing legacy to be a real thing and not just a word. We have to build legacies. You have to build legacies. It doesn't matter whether your parents are passing it on, it matters what you're going to pass on.
Yes, sir.
And you have to establish that as an individual, and you have to have that in your mind that that's what you want to do. So let me just say, I don't want you to judge me on the fact that I've employed over 11,000 people in my life.
Wow.
That I've built over 100 companies in my life.
Over 100 companies.
Over 100 companies. Don't judge me on that. You judge me on how I raise my babies.
Wow.
And if they're doing good, as they are, then that's how I want to be judged. And I want you to recognize that legacy for us who are black in this world is everything. Because until we have that legacy and that continuation of what we're doing, how we're doing it, and building on those things that we've done in the past, that is what it's going to take for us to turn our countries around. Now, when I spoke in Abuja 2 years ago, I was on national TV, and I said at that point that there is no difference between black people in St. Louis in the United States and anybody right here in Abuja.
True.
We face the same challenges. We face the same racism. We face money. So my position is we don't need the banks if we go into cryptocurrency, if we go into a whole new form of financial literacy.
Yeah.
Financial literacy is a big point here. I went to college, I went to law school, I never had one course in financial literacy. We have to be able to understand, as a result of Dr. Stevens' position, is that you need to understand where you are, what you have, and you have to have that financial literacy in place. So I'm going to close because I'm going to save the real action, you actionaires out there, for when I speak day after tomorrow over breakfast. Because at that point, I'm going to fire you up. Because at that point, I'm going to say that, you know, there's this thing called the Good Old Boy Network. You ever heard of that in the States? That's us. Good old boys and good old girls. But it was always the good old boys, the white boys, that always had all the power and never allowed us in. Well, it's time for the good old boys to step aside and make room for the homeboys and homegirls, because we're coming to take over our world and have the kind of strength and power that was in us, that was innate in us, and is given to us through God. And understand something, that you have a tremendous linkage through your DNA. What am I saying? Where was this being found? In what country? What country? The DNA of the first human, everybody acknowledges, comes from Africa. Your DNA is the richest DNA. Now, mind you, you may look a little bit like your parents, but there's millions of people who copulated to create you. And cellular memory and data is inside of your body and your brain. And all you have to do is rise to receive that which your ancestors actually placed in you through your cellular DNA. I don't want to get too heavy on this, but I do want to say that you have the richest DNA, the smartest capability of any human on the planet of the earth. Africa has that type of power, and you have it within you. Just go in there and get it. So I want you to recognize one thing. You know how people say, have a nice day? I want you to change that. I want from now on for you to say, have an achieving day. Have an achieving day.
Have an
Have an
achieving day.
achieving day. Because now that sets you on a course to make change throughout your day. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Wow, come on. Okay, like I said, I just wanted you guys to have some teasers, and we're still going to get more action during the breakfast as well as on Saturday, which is the main event. Have you gotten value so far? Yeah, do you want to add anything, or we're good? Okay, please help me celebrate the two of them. Come on. Let's take a picture. Who's taking the picture?
SLP, can we have your team please come forward so we can have a beautiful picture of this moment? While we're waiting for that, ladies and gentlemen, can we once more celebrate these great men of value? While that is going on, please, I'll call on Salah Wumi Miriam. Kindly get ready for your rendition. Okay, hold on, sirs. 1 minute. I'm so sorry. So this is one of the things I like about my job. I get the power to talk to just about anyone. So Dr. Stephen, SOP, he says he needs you to get something done in this very moment. Yes, sir. So do you want them standing or do you want them seated? You want them standing. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. Yes, sir. Okay, so you know we need each other, right? And as you know, it's a special day. I mean, our very own DSA is 40, and so by all means, we seek to ensure that this moment is special. So we would have our leaders back us. We have the drone flying, and then Dr. Stephen Akintayo is going to give us a cue where he thanks this fine gentlemen for gracing us with their presence and wisdom. And then the rest of us, while they turn around, right? While they turn around, the rest of us say, thank you. And then we say, happy 40th birthday, Dr. Stephen Akintayo. Can we do that? I mean, and I don't pay to come now. This is, so we can give this as a gift, right? Are we ready? I need energy. Are we ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? In 3, 2, 4, DSA.
Thank you for coming for the Sales Masterclass for Business Owner, my 40th birthday edition. And I have here with me
Dr. Michael Roberts from St. Louis, the United States of America.
and
Dr. Dave Burrows from the Bahamas.
and
We all say thank you so much for coming and happy birthday, Dr. Stephen Akintayo. We love you. Woo!
thank you
Yeah,
very
that
much.
was good. That was good. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you so much, DSA. Can we please herald them with a round of applause as they make their way to their seat? Thank you, sir. Dr. Mohammed's herbal tea. Right, please be seated, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so very much for being a good audience. And so I call on the beautiful Salau Wumi Miriam. Are you in the house still? Yes, please. So this is your moment to shine. Ladies and gentlemen, can we celebrate this very beautiful young lady? And she is a creative. And then she came up with this amazing comic book for Dr. Stephen Akintayo. And here we have the African. You want to say a few words? So do you want him on stage here with you? Or what do you want? Tell me, this is your moment. You want him here with you? So I should bring him here. Okay. DSA, sir, please, we'll need your presence. Do you want to stand here? Do you want to sit? Okay. Please, can we celebrate her one more time? You have 5 minutes.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Salah Wumi Miriam. You can call me Wumi. I want to use this medium to appreciate Dr. Stephen Akintayo for giving me this opportunity to present my book. Actually, a year ago, I had, God laid it in my heart, because I'm actually a writer. I've wrote a couple of books, Kajuru Castle, Enter the Ants, but majorly for children and teenagers. So a year ago, God laid it in my heart to write books about entrepreneurs. Excuse. So thank you, sir. So God laid it in my heart to write books about entrepreneurs, and I started writing about Dr. Stephen. I sent him a screenshot. So when I saw him posting about his birthday, 20 days to go, 18 days, 19 days, then I reached out to him. I said, sir, I want to write a book, a short biography about you for teenagers. And I feel so humbled and glad that Dr. Stephen is a very humble person and it's very approachable. So when I approached him, he was humble and he answered all my questions, and I learned a lot from him. So I want to use this opportunity to thank him, wish him happy birthday, long life, prosperity. May you continue to soar high. And this book is for teenagers, so that they can understand the routine and the life of an entrepreneur, the struggle. When I was writing this book, I learned a lot from Dr. Stephen, his childhood, his teenage years, how he was a leader in secondary school, even to university days, how he met his beautiful wife, Mrs. B.C. Akintayo, a beautiful story. So, please, can you move the slide? Everyone can access this book on Seller. It's a short book, but majorly for teenagers, because it has a summary of the detail of Dr. Stephen Akintayo's life from his childhood till now that he is 40. So I want to use this opportunity to present the book.
Thank you very much. So, the beauty is that I encourage you guys to buy it for your children. Definitely, my own kids are going to read this. And it was done for teenagers just to encourage them, because one of the things I did right was my teenage years was lived right. And he helped me. I gave my life to Christ at the age of 13. I started reading a lot of books, and that's when my life changed. Reading books, learning about it. I tell people I started pastoring at the age of 14. I was in GSS 3 when I started pastoring my colleagues in secondary school. And it gave me a strong leadership background. And that's why people are surprised I'm just 40. Because I started leading at a very, very early age. So if you can get your teenagers to read things like this and inspire them, and at that young, curious age, they start thinking differently, I think it will be helpful. And I want to thank her for coming up with the idea and putting it together. Good job. Well done.
Thank you so much, sir, for the opportunity.
So you can scan it so that you get a copy for your children, and that will be great.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we celebrate her one more time? GA says, I was told you want to make an announcement.
Yes.
Okay.
You can now. Okay, so I wanted to know how many more people have committed to their mentorship. I want to know. Where's Kike? Huh? So we have, let me just know who is taking their details because it's very important to know. I just want us to miss anyone. So Isa one, who else? Where is Kike again? I've been asking for this Kike. Okay, so do you have his information? I don't want us to miss anyone. Right, so who else wants to be part of the coaching program? Who else? Can I see your hands up? If you're having any challenges to join, let me know. You want to be part of it, just come. Who else? Quickly, come. So, you want, which of them do you want to go for? The one for 1 million, how about you? The one for 1 million, how about you? So what's the payment plan you want? No, 5 months is not realistic. 3 months is realistic. I'll do that. Okay, good. Who is attending to them? Yes. What do you need? Huh? The 1 million one. So the 1 million one, you can do that now. Right now. Okay? Huh? Yes, there is. Just that doesn't include the CEO dinner. I'm particular. I mean breakfast. I'm particular. But I want to get the 30 people that will be having breakfast with Michael Roberts on Friday. Yeah. Okay. So you're depositing something now, and then you. Okay, that's fine. So okay. So the 4 of them are doing the 1 million one, and they will do it now. Then you have 2 who want payment plans. Yeah. Okay, I'm told that there are some people who don't know what we're talking about. So can you pull up the mentorship? So we talked about 3 mentorship program I'm launching as a promo for my birthday. The first one is being mentored through my books. Right, so it's supposed to be $1,000. All my over 45 books and the audio version, you are able to get them, everything today. And immediately you are downloading them. So if you check your table, there's a QR code, you can scan it and just sign up for it. And you'll be added to a mentorship group on WhatsApp. Right, so typically it's $1,000, but we reduce it to $67 for those who are going for that package. The goal is that every one of you must leave here with one form of mentorship or the other. Does that make sense? Right? And it helps us to start the year on a different path. And the second offer, let's go, is opportunity to get all the books and get a physical copy delivered to your address. So you're going to be getting all my over 45 books physically delivered to your house. We think that is a good one. Okay? And you will also be having access to our community, and you will also be getting access to Stephen Akintayo University as well. And that is supposed to be 10 million naira, and you're getting it for just 1 million naira. And the bonus I'm adding for that is that you join us for a breakfast on Friday with Michael Roberts. And we're going to be having a very powerful conversation on how to take your business. So we're eating breakfast. I'm paying for one. Ask your challenges. The one I can help you, I will help you with. The one Michael Roberts can help you with, will help you with, right? And that's for 1 million instead of 10 million. The last one is the super package, and we call this the life coaching program, group coaching mentorship. But it gives you opportunity to get 3 mentors for one, where for 1 year, myself, Michael Roberts, Pastor Dave Borrow, will be working with you. Hopefully they will do 3 sessions with you via Zoom, and I will do monthly sessions with you. You will still get all the books. You still get the book physically sent to your house. And I'm adding a bonus. You are joining us on 31st for the main event, right? The book public lecture. You will also be getting the bonus of being part of our what? Our breakfast on Friday. Does that make sense? There was 2 other bonus I gave. Who remember? 2 bonus. Okay, I will be coming to your office to attend to you and your staff and to encourage you guys. And that is a big one spiritually and branding wise. You can ask Mohammed how that has helped his business. Okay? And also, the first 10 to sign up will be getting also one-on-one mentorship session with me for 1 hour. So as a bonus. So bonus of 1 hour, one-on-one mentorship worth $2,000 as bonus. You will also be first 5 will also get what? Me to visit your office. Does that make sense at all? The last but not the least that I love with this package is you'll be added to our new club called the Billionaire Habit Club. And in that club, you'll be meeting all my mentees that I've been mentoring for the last 10 years, who are all of them billionaires already. So you are building relationship with them. They are most likely potential customers anyway, deals with them. And that community is very powerful because all over the world, we have mentees in Ivory Coast, in Cameroon. You've seen the Cameroon guy. We have in Kenya, we have in Rwanda, we have in US, UK, all over. So it's a powerful Canada. It's a powerful community that you are a part of. However, at least join one today because you can later upgrade, right? So maybe you couldn't do that. Start with the 100K one. If you can go up, start with the 1 million one. But if you can do the 5 million one, do that. What I can also offer for the 5 million is a flexible payment. If you want to do it in 3 months, you deposit something today, and then you pay the balance in 3 months. No refunds, so don't wake up and tell me refunds. No refunds. I don't know how I can write that very well. Nigerians like to wake up and just say, I want my money back. Okay, so no refunds. You're committed. We follow through. And I promise you, right, that this year, for all of you who are committing to this, it will be a transformational experience for you. Does that make sense at all? Have you been blessed at all today? Come on, talk to me. Have you had a great time? All the way at the back, have you had a great time? Not loud enough. Have you had a great time? Okay, so see you by 4 p.m. We need to leave the hall for the turnaround, for the praise we're going to be having from 4 to 8 p.m. Probably we'll be here till 9 or 10 anyway, but it's going to be fire, right? I'm coming with my dancing shoes. I'm going to dance around this hall over and over and over and over again. God has been faithful, right? It is me that understand what I am thanking God for, because I've been through. So I look forward to seeing you by 4 p.m. You're free to come with your friends. We may take out the tables so that it can accommodate more people. So you can reach out to as many people and say, hey, it's Dr. Stephen's birthday, and you'll be part of it. One last thing, I want everybody to come up with their phones. And yes, I think we can do this as a selfie. We'll use yours now. Everybody, let's rise up with our phones. And you can wish me happy birthday the best way you want to do it. Right? With video, of course. And they're free to post. They're coordinated. Everyone.
Okay, so just about like the last thing we did. Okay, here comes the professional. Okay, so as a chief messenger, I was told that the entire concept is, as you know, you don't turn 40 twice, so this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience for him and for us. So Dr. Stephen Akintayo is going to walk down into the crowd with his phone, and then he's going to turn around, and then we all say, "Happy birthday, Dr. Stephen Akintayo." Same thing we did the last time, okay? Okay? And those in favor say aye. The ayes have it.
Okay, so it's my 40th birthday and I'm super excited. And guess what?
Happy birthday, Dr. Stephen Akintayo. We love you. Woo!
Love you too. Thank you all for coming. This has been wonderful. Love you all.
Oh, guys, can we celebrate this gentleman of honor, of value? And sir, this is the first time I'm seeing you in dark shades, all thanks to Son of the Prophet. And so we have come to the end of today's event, the Sales Masterclass 2026, the very first edition for the year, and also an honor and celebration of the life of the enigma, Dr. Stephen Akintayo. A very big thank you to our very special guests, Pastor Dave Burrows, Dr. Michael V. Roberts, Chief Spark Obagye, the beautiful Lady B, and every member of the GTEX Holdings, the mentees, the friends, the families, the well-wishers. Remember, live by purpose and produce with your God-given gifts. Honor God with your gifts. That is your highest praise. Rich people scream, but the wealthy whisper. Action has no season. And be an actioneer. And so, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself, the production team, and every member of the Stephen Akintayo Foundation, I'd love to say thank you for being here, and we can't wait to see you later on in the evening as we put on our dancing shoes. My name is Dr. Ogen Nawalte Kubiri. Thank you for being an amazing audience. God bless you. So yet again, I was instructed by the media team, can we please have Dr. Stephen Akintayo on stage? Can we have Lady BC Akintayo on stage? Can we please have our special guests of honor? Please, sir, Pastor Dave, Chief Spark, Dr. Roberts, and then every mentee of DSA in the building. If you're a mentee of Dr. Stephen Akintayo, please make your way on stage. Say that again? Official mentees, not awaiting mentees, please. Official mentees. Official mentees, are we all on stage? Yes, Pastor, please make your way on stage, sir. Can we please step backwards a little bit? Thank you very much. Am I the only female official mentee in the house? Chai. Really? Is this all of us? Okay, at least I'm representing our agenda. Abi? So what do you want from us, sir? What do you want us to do?
All right, Madam President, are you joining the picture? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, just a quick reminder, we're having the prayer session, which will be happening by 4 p.m. We are going to be having Blessing Lopez, Onus Arillo, Steve Hughes, and T-Keys. This will be happening in the same hall. I'm aware that there are some guests who would love to give Dr. Stephen. Right after the pictures, you can do that briefly. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to please tag our Instagram page, our Facebook page at Stephen Akintayo Foundation, at Dr. Stephen Akintayo, at Stephen Akintayo. You can as well also go over the replay on this Sales Masterclass was aired for free on is preparing for the 4-hour prayer session, which will be happening in this hall. While we are making that very snappy, we also want to quickly rearrange the hall for the 4-hour prayer session. We'll be having Blessing Lopez, we'll be having Steve Hughes, we'll be having T Keys, and many others on stage today. It's 40 years of grace. Check. All right. Better.
Hi, bro. I've been wondering you. I know who put you at that time. Yes? Oh, you need the mic. Okay.
Please, let's limit how we are coming on the stage, please. Everyone cannot be on stage. We'd like to say thank you to our speakers, Chief Coach Spark Ovaje. Thank you so much to Mr. Mayowa Wolabi. Thank you so much to Mr. George. Thank you so much to all of Dr. Stephen's mentees. Thank you to Mr. Michael Roberts for the wisdom. Thank you to Pastor Dave Bruno. We really appreciate your time. Ladies and gentlemen, as of now, we have over 7 cows and counting. Yes, just for Dr. Stephen. Please, let's limit how we are coming on stage. The stage is getting too crowded, and we also want to start setup. We would like to start setup very soon. So please, let's limit how we are coming on stage. Thank you. We'd like to say thank you to all our partners. Please be reminded that we still have our promo offers, the 100K for all of Dr. Stephen's ebooks in an audio version as well. It has been translated, transcribed as the audio version. It is called Mentorship by Books. We also have Mentorship by Video. That is, you're going to be having full access to Stephen Akintayo University across board. Also, we have the live group coaching course. This is 5 million naira. You would have access to Pastor Dave Bruno. You would also have access to Mr. Michael Roberts, to hotel business. He'll be giving insights and illustrations, and all these offers end today. After today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be returning to the original price. So remember to scan the barcode, meet our officials for these opportunities today. Thank you very much. All right, please, can we step outside for the pictures, please? We want to set up the stage. Please, can we step down for our pictures? The stage is about to be set up. Thank you.